Well, hospitality is really an engagement with the general notions of being a host and a guest. You see, prior to this, the hospitality sector was used as a title to cover restaurants, bars, hotels, that full array of businesses where people are buying accommodation or food or drink for commercial gain in the main. Although, of course, it then also included contract catering and all that other stuff. But anyway, so that was used as a title. And some of us, about 12, 15 years ago, somewhere around there, started to think, well, what does hospitality mean? You know, we've got this phrase, this word. It's been used largely from America as a way of obscuring the commercial nature of these operations. Why don't we look at hospitality and hospitableness? So we started to do some reading around hospitality. What does it mean? And subsequently hospitableness. And once we started getting into it, we find that there's a very large literature out there, largely from people coming at it from social science backgrounds rather than from hospitality backgrounds or hotel and restaurant backgrounds. And so it's, that's been interesting. And particularly I liked myself the work of Elizabeth Telfer, who's a philosopher, and she started to kind of suggest ideas about the motives why people are being offered the experience of being a guest and how they're treated by their host. And really that's where all this came from, that ultimately we started to study these wider international notions of hospitality and hospitableness as an academic topic, as a way of giving ourselves theory, which obviously, kind of marketing restaurants and hotels doesn't really have an awful lot of. So anyway, I mean, for me, it answered a need I have, which is to actually have a philosophical underpinning for what we're doing. And as a result of that, a couple of books came out. And then just recently the Hospitality and Society Academic Journal, which again is a vehicle for looking at the social science underpinnings that are coming out of the work people are doing. So that's really what it's about. Now, in terms of the commercial side of it, some people, some academic colleagues said, oh, I don't want that. I'm interested in running hotels or restaurants. My line was, well, actually, you would be better informing your students if you underpin this with some of these principles. If we start looking at, for example, we look at the hosting experience of people coming from Confucian heritage backgrounds compared to people who come from European backgrounds or American backgrounds. And we start to look at ways of needing to make people feel more comfortable about how we as hosts treat them as guests. And so my line is that whilst this is, if you like, an academic issue, it's something that started through the kind of pursuit of academic inquiry for its own good, actually it comes back and is value to the commercial because it gives people a set of tools for asking questions that they wouldn't have done without it.